It's the correct opinion. We are live. We are recapping the NFL specifically. We're focusing on one game, as I am a big Chiefs fan. We are focusing on the Chiefs versus Eagles game that just went down. Uh, I got a lot of major thoughts and takes on that game. Um, if y'all didn't see the last stream, I went in on Jawan Taylor for being the worst fucking right tackle I've ever seen, and to being the most overpaid player in the NFL by millions of dollars, by millions on millions on millions on millions on millions and millions of fucking dollars. Okay, most overpaid. And what did he do today? What the fuck did he do today? He did the same shit he does every fucking game. So we're gonna start with his bitch ass. I hope he sees this shit. You are fucking everything up for the team. Travis Kelce yelled at you, and if you guys didn't hear the broadcast, they said that the offensive coordinator for the Chiefs said that he had a conversation with him and that Jawan Taylor needs to be better or they're gonna make some changes. So I hope they make changes. I told him to do that shit last week. Last week. Then they say that happens, right? They say that the coordinator talks to him. He gets 2 holding penalties today. No false starts, thank God. Thank God he didn't get a false start. By the grace of God, he didn't get one today. But he got 2 holding penalties. And then on the broadcast, they have a stat. Since he got into the Chiefs, he's like 20 times more penalized than any other offensive lineman in the NFL. So he's over penalized by I don't even know what type. That's at least like 70%. He's way more than the other people, and he can't even hold his blocks. He's getting holding calls because he's going to give up a sack. So what is he there for? I could find anybody. You could find somebody in the 7th round to play better than him at right tackle, and he is just a detriment to the team. I promise you, they're going to look at their options this week coming up. They play the Giants. I think they're going to look at their options to maybe bench him. He's not getting. I don't think he got an extension. I think he's on his last 2 years of the deal. Bench his ass. Bench him. I would cut his ass. He would be cut. And that when you have somebody like that on your line, it fucks up the rest of the line. There's a lot more pressure on the guy next to him, the right guard, Trey Smith, who they paid a lot of money, which is good. And there's a lot of more pressure on the left tackle, and it fucks over your protections. You have to. There was a free blitzer on his side because you cannot trust him to make the right read. So just a whole bunch of things. He needs to be benched. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. That he has to be. And I know the Chiefs are smart. I know they are smart in terms of their personnel decisions. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, man. They want Pat Mahomes. They want Pat Mahomes to lose. They want him to get hurt. They want him to run around for. I mean, he ran around for 70 yards today. 70 yards. He bowled over Big Pat the Bully. Big Pat the Bully bowled over one of them Eagles defenders, looking like Josh Allen. People thought only Josh Allen could do that. No. Pat Mahomes is 6'3", 2 something. He could do that too. He was the one that first started doing that. We being real. We being real about it. So he can still do it. But it's the first 2 games. He usually saves this for the playoffs. Do not make him do that. Please. I think the offense struggled a little bit. It was I don't think it was that bad in terms of, I think they can get it together. They were losing Rice and Worthy, which did hurt a little bit. Pat Mahomes did miss one couple throws. The timing is off a little bit. Kelce led to an interception, which we haven't seen that since they've been playing together. So that was odd. My sister said it last week. She said, they look like their chemistry's not there, which, I just think they'll get that together. They're too good. They're both too great for that. So just little things here and there, I think they could clean up. And they faced the Eagles. It wasn't 34 to what did they lose? 41-22 or something in the Super Bowl. They got blew out in the Super Bowl. It was a closer game. The defense, I think the defense really carried today. They really showed that they could step up because that first week against the Chargers, they looked atrocious. They looked god awful. They played way better. The only reason that the Chiefs really lost that game is because of the Eagles not ban play, the QB sneak, the tush push. They converted on a touchdown on a 4th and goal. I think that was 4th and goal for the QB sneak, and then they converted at the end of the game for the QB sneak to run out the time. So we talk about refs. We talk about, oh my God, the Chiefs, their games are always rigged. The Eagles have a play that is damn near unstoppable, that nobody else in the league runs the same, and they get to run it, and they get to cheat the defense out of their stops, and they get to cheat the offense out of more possessions. So what I actually there was a false start on the Eagles on one of those plays, which could have affected the game, and the refs didn't call it. Refs didn't call it. It was 3rd and 1. Didn't call it, and the Eagles converted to run out the clock. Like that seems like some ref shit to me. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. Seemed like some ref shit to me. And then how many times does the Eagle offensive line get holding calls? When do you ever see them get holding calls? They're just the best offensive line because they never hold. I don't ever see it. Chiefs offensive line gets 5 holding calls a game, at least. So, just for the refs crowd, I like to say things because you guys are all trolls. You don't actually watch football, so I just like to point stuff out. But yeah, you win the game because of the tush push. So I think that's a good sign for the Chiefs. They're not going to play the Eagles again until the Super Bowl if they make the Super Bowl. Who knows? The Eagles might not make it. The Chiefs might not make it. But they don't have to worry about that, and they played the game 2017. So I thought that was good. I liked what I saw out of Pat. He still is trying to carry the team. He's got to clean up some things, but he's still like carrying the offense. It's all on him. So I think he's still playing, A level right now. But who's not playing A level? I got to keep this real, Eagles fans. Your boy Jalen Hurts. What the fuck are they doing with Jalen Hurts? The whole success of these first 2 games is QB sneaks and QB scrambles for Jalen Hurts. That is the entire success that he has had in these first 2 weeks. Is that top 5 material? Is that top 5 QB material? I mean, that's not even. There has been no great evolution of him as a passer. Like in the Super Bowl, he balled off for sure. So maybe he's saving it. But in terms of at least these first 2 games, AJ Brown is missing. He's missing. He has a MIA on him. I don't know where he's been at, and it's because he has somebody that's not throwing for over 100 passing yards in the game. I mean, this is really. I can't believe that Eagles fans do not acknowledge that if you pass for less than 100 yards and you have a 2,000-yard rusher on your team in Saquon Barkley, you have a top 10 draft pick in A.J. Brown, you have a Heisman winner in Devontae Smith, you have a top 3 pro football focused offensive line, everybody is top 3. You got a super team, son, if you don't have to pass for 100 yards. And he's still one of the best QBs, right? So, I mean, what they do with him is insane to watch. They give him college concepts. They give him college routes. They give him 1 read routes. Jalen Hurts has 1 read routes all the time. He has AJ Brown in the corner slant or Devontae Smith go ball. He has 2 read routes or 1 read routes all the fucking time. And if it's not there, what does he do? He runs. So he is not an advanced passer by any means. And it's crazy to see. I'm just looking at these comments online. how these Eagles fans praise him and over slurp the shit out of him. He is more slurp than the 7-Eleven fountain truck. He is. He is more slurp than a double go at 7-Eleven. And he does not do anything that really is top five. What is top five? What is golden? What is golden from Jalen Hurts is his strength and his legs. The QB sneak. That is what's golden. And it is such an advantage. It is such a great thing that you can keep him on a team and he can be a leader and he can win you games. But that is his main advantage, is a QB sneak. So just don't put him in them conversations, please. And please acknowledge that he has a super team. Like he has one of the best supporting casts ever. The reason they won last year is because the defense stepped up to the offense. They were number one as well. So how you have a number one defense, you have a number one running back, you have a top 5 receiving core, and you have a number one offensive line. What are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking about? Pat Mahomes won with a bottom 5 receiving cast and a bottom 5 offensive line in the Super Bowl against the Eagles. He beat them with that. He had Juju Smith-Schuster as his leading receiver. So I don't want to fucking hear it, okay? I really don't want to fucking hear it. Just do not do that, please. You're over praising Jalen Hurts. And he's slurping. He's feeling himself. Jalen Hurts feels himself right now. Just the way I see him, his press conferences, he's feeling himself. I see the downfall coming. Not this year. I'm just saying you're not going to be at what you think you are, Jalen. You're not, because you're not. You've been in the league for 5 years now. So if you get to that point, I'll be the first to tell you, hey man, this nigga's nice. He's actually nice. But if you want me to be real, you're actually mid. You're actually mid. I'm not even trying to be a hater because I love all black quarterbacks, man. Black quarterbacks are half the league. I said we was gonna take over the league, so I like to see people shine. But just Eagles fans, you just gotta calm down. Do not put them in that class. Don't put them on Mahomes level, bro. Please. It's not even a conversation. Okay. Y'all got the W. We'll leave it at that. I'm not too concerned about the Chiefs. I think they're going to go on a nice little win streak, 4 or 5 game winning streak. I think they're going to beat the Ravens and the Giants coming up. And then if we get Rashee Rice back at the right time, it could take off from there. But it's definitely looking like Chiefs are going to have to win on the road this year. That 0-2 start, it's hard to overcome in terms of the Bills are already 2-0. So we'll see. But I can't ever doubt Mahomes. I can't ever doubt the Chiefs. The Eagles might be back. I actually like Green Bay and Washington for the championship game. I think Green Bay is actually going to head to the Super Bowl. But we'll reconvene. But that was just my analysis for the game today. All right, we out.